Hello, it is Helen here with a brand new background. Do you like it? Do you like it? It's a little bit different, and I'm taking the online crew palm tree emoji to the extreme, if you cannot tell. So I'm missing my little mate today. My little mate Harley is no longer on live with me, and I've got to tell you, it was very, very strange. Only a few moments ago, hey Leslie, how are you? See, you're only saying hi Helen, you're not even saying hi Helen and Harley. That's strange to me, Leslie. He knew, I'm sure he knew he was not coming in here live with me today, and so it's very sad. You should have seen his little face. I'm not going. And so I had to put him outside. But this new setting, I'm using this as an opportunity to show you, I guess, branding to another level. Use the opportunity that Harley, if you've not watched me live before and you don't know who Harley is, oh, Leslie, you almost put Harley down and had to delete it. You can still say hello to Harley if he's not here. But, Leslie, hey Julie, how are you? I've got a new name for you. It's not the same as Harley. And hi Sabine, how you going? Not the kind of same interaction, if you like, but I've got a new guy. So it's not Harley, guys. We're all gonna miss Harley. I'll bring Harley on for special appearances. But this is, thanks Pedro. I am the captain here. I'll explain this in a moment. So this is, what did the boys name him? I think it's Henry. Henry, the fish. This is Henry. Okay, so it's going to have to be Helen and Henry until I bring Harley on for special appearances. We've got Henry here. So I put it out to a couple of groups. And we had all sorts of names. We had, who did we have? We had Harlow, Harold. What else did we have? I can't remember what other names, but I left it up to the boys, and the boys chose Henry. So this is Henry over here. So say hello to Henry. Tina's got it. Hello, Helen, and hello, Henry. Give me the palm tree, guys. Now, you may look at this and go, this is a bit extreme, Helen. Yes, maybe it is. But do I care? No, I am your online crew captain now. I'll get rid of my hat here. And I just want to highlight to you, I am here to talk about today about controlling your life, and I'll get there in a minute. But for those of you that are not aware, hey Sarah, how are you? Leslie's saying hello. Hey Henry. Hey Rob, how are you going? Pedro said hello to Henry. So I can't even remember. I'll have to ask my husband. This little fishy here, you actually put candles in it and it lights up on the inside. If I do a live at nighttime, I'll put a candle in it and show you what it's like. It's really cool. And so I'll just explain, hey Tiffany, how are you? Lovely to see you on live. I'll just explain what's going on here. And I promise I will get to, taking control of your life and sort of how you do that in a moment. I'm just explaining sort of this new set here. This is our online crew, and great to see you from the USA. Lovely to have you here, Tiffany, and welcome. Have you joined me live before, Tiffany? If not, this may not make sense to you, but I've adopted, on our page here, we have an online crew. We're just a crew, a community of home-based business owners leveraging social media, building our business online the modern way. No more old school tactics, bugging our family and friends, modern online strategies to build your business. That's what we all want to do. My broader mission is to raise the professionalism of the home-based business industry so people want to join us. They're quite open to join us in a home-based business without that fear or the negativity that currently comes along with it. So there's a lot broader mission going on here than just some props. Tiffany, I've not, but I follow you because you are amazing. Oh, and I've helped you so much. Thank you for your kind words, Tiffany. So what's going on here is my puppy has been on with me live for the last 6 months. So when we got Harley, he was like this big. Do you remember him, guys? He was so cute. So he used to just sort of sit here. So over the last 6 months, he's just got bigger and bigger. And for those of you who were on with me live last week, you would have witnessed that Harley actually scratched me on the screen in the middle of a live. I left you all to go and get a tissue because I was actually bleeding. So it's come to the point where Harley's outside looking very sad, wondering why he's not coming in with me to do my live, but we all have to move on. You also might know that in my lives, all my previous lives, I've got my view in the background, which is awesome and it's cool to watch, and there's birds and cars and all sorts of interesting things going on. But when the weather warms up, you guys would know it gets really, really bright behind me and you can hardly see my face. So it's like, okay, Harley's no longer live with me. It's coming up warmer weather. So all you guys that have been rubbing it in with your warmer weather for the last 6 months, because yes, I am on the other end of the earth in Australia, I now get to rub it into you guys because we're warming up, but you're not going to see it now. But I need a different location because you can't see my face. Because just a tip with Facebook Live, you should never have the sun behind you. Always have the light in front of you, and that causes me a big problem for my lives. So I have not gone to any trouble. This might look maybe a little bit elaborate to you guys, but here's the reality of it. This picture is just a picture that was already in our home. I've not gone and bought anything special. I've just gone and moved a picture that was on a different wall in our house and put it on a wall behind me. This is the same room that I normally do my lives in. So I've thought, I've named this our little community here, our online crew. So let's just up the ante a little bit in our branding. Oh, you got family that live in New South Wales. Awesome, Tiffany. That's so cool. So we went on a cruise last year and my boys bought these hats. So that's hence where the hats come. So we're on a crew and I am your captain, guys. I am your online crew captain. So that's what I've named myself. And you're my online crew members. The fish already brought it from awesome market somewhere. Can't remember where. I'm going to have to ask my husband. There's a little cruise ship down here, guys. Can you see it? This little cruise ship is a replica of the cruise ship that we were on last year as a family. So this is the cruise ship that we're traveling to, guys, when our businesses are rocking it. And you know we've got the palm tree emoji as our mascot. Drop me palm trees, guys. Keep the palm trees coming. So that's hence why I thought, perfect. I already had this picture in the house. I already had all these things in the house. I already had this in the house. I've not gone to any trouble. The only thing I've bought is I wanted a nice real palm tree. Hey Caroline, how are you? I never see you on live. It's so cool that you're here. So this is just a palm tree that I bought. It's just a little one. Hopefully it survives here. Hopefully this doesn't wilter on me in the months to come. Well, maybe I'll just have to move it around. That is the only thing that I bought. So this is our online crew. I am your online crew captain. And this is going to be the new setting from now on. Do you like it? Tell me, do you like it? I know you like looking at the view, but I'm going to have to, if some of you have been around with me for a while, you would know it gets to the point where I've got to close the curtains because you just can't see me. So I reckon this is a much better look than just curtains in the background. And I really want to keep the overall mission going. The reason why we want to paint this picture is because we really want you to leverage social media the right way. Let me teach you, really cool strategies so you can rock your business, so we can get on that cruise ship. Oh, mine's margarita. I don't know what yours is. Could even be coffee. But whatever your little vice is, you're drinking that on the cruise ship and we're all partying because our businesses are rocking it. Does that sound cool? Are we all on this cruise ship together? Because I would love to be on a cruise ship with all you guys rocking it because our businesses are doing really well. So that's hence a bit of a long-winded explanation of where we're at with this new set. So let's get back onto topic. And I do have to be careful because I might knock little, what did I call him? Henry. I've even forgotten the name the boys gave him. Henry. So it's not Helen and Harley anymore, it's Henry. But I have to bring Harley back for special appearances. Do you not agree? Put yes down if you want to see Harley every now and again for a special appearance. I just have to do that. Hey Nat, Nat's on the cruise ship with me. She's even found a picture of a boat. Good on you, Nat. So let's get back to topic. Why we're actually here today is how do you take control of your life? Like, it's never too late to change the course of your life. Today, tomorrow, the next day, it is completely up to us. So I just want to talk about that today because it's really a simple concept, but it's actually really difficult to do. Like, I'm sure there's things in your life, whether that, so Simon loves it too. Thanks, Simon. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks, guys, for your comments. I'm glad to know that you love it. I'd be stuck if you all said I hate it. So it's pretty cool that you love it. Have you ever gone through stages in your life where you thought, yeah, Caroline, you will be already the best captain. Love you. I can't get seasick. No, you can't get seasick on this one. This is just, we're cruising. We're cruising with, I'm having a margarita. What are you having, Caroline? But I'm going to have a margarita. So, yeah, we'll get there. So, have you ever had, thoughts that you want your business to do better? You want to get healthier. So, you want to lose more weight, or you just want to feel better in your own skin. Or your finances aren't where they're at, and you want to generate some more income, all these kind of things. And there's some of these things in your life right now that are not there. You're just not there. We all have that. I have that in all areas of my life. Whether you believe I do or don't, I have doubts, I have lack of self-belief, I have areas in my life I'm not where I want to be. So what do we do about it? Now, on this particular Facebook Live, I can't give you all the answers in, 15, 20 minutes and your life is suddenly going to be bliss. It just doesn't work that way. It's actually really hard to step into the person that we know we want to be. It's easy when I explain it to you, but it's actually really difficult to do for many, many reasons, which I'll explain in a moment. Not the many, many reasons. This isn't going to drag on forever, but hopefully you sort of know what I mean. But I want to give you an example of what's sort of possible. And just think of somebody like KFC. You all know what KFC is, do you not? Kentucky Fried Chicken and Colonel Sanders. Do we all just say, yeah, or give me the palm trees if you know who Colonel Sanders is and, Kentucky Fried Chicken. So I just want, some of you may have even heard this story before, but he became a qualified chef at 40. So how many of us hit 40, maybe even 50 and go, oh, it's too late for me. I'm not good enough. I don't have enough experience. I can't change the course of my life now. All these doubts run through you. You compare yourself to other people that are the same age as you, but they've got so much further than you. We just do this comparisitis. I just made up a word. You know what I'm trying to say? We compare ourselves to other people in our own age bracket, our own sort of circles, and we compare income, we compare success, we compare where we're at with business. We think, oh, I can't start something new, or maybe I'll just never be fit and fantastic. Maybe I'm always going to be like this. Like, we have all these things that sort of creep in. Tell me, do you feel that way sometimes? Keep the palm trees going if you sort of feel that way sometimes. And I often feel that way. I often doubt myself. I often think, can I really keep this up? Can I do this? Is this all worth it? We're all human. And you guys, if you've listened to me for a while, will know that our brain is wired to keep us safe and stop us from feeling fear. So when we do that, we're always going to retreat. We're always going to go for the safety net rather than put ourselves out there. So when we put ourselves out there, hey Karen, lovely to see you on live. When we put ourselves out there, it's scary. We open ourselves for criticism. We open ourselves for judgment. But please trust, guys, that your vibe will attract your tribe. And if some people don't love what you're doing, if some people don't like this setup and go, oh, she's an idiot, why would you do that? Like, that's just stupid. Like, if that's what people think of me, then they're not my tribe. They're not part of my crew. So the important thing is just to be who you are to start with. Don't try to be anyone you're not. But please, just remember that you're the only one that can change you. Nobody else can. So I'll get into the 3 tips in a moment. But just think about Colonel Sanders. Let me go back to that. He became a qualified chef at 40. He started franchising at 62. 62 years of age was when KFC started to get franchised. Tiffany, exactly, be you. Well said. So he started franchising KFC at the age 62 and he sold them all at 75. Is that not an inspirational story or giving you an indication that it's never too late to change? It's never too late age-wise, confidence-wise, self-image-wise. It is never, ever too late. So that's the one thing I want to get through to you. I can't change your life in this Facebook Live. It's impossible. But if I can raise your level of awareness of what to think about, and if you catch those negative self-doubt, damaging thoughts that go through your head, and you've got a higher level of awareness of what you're thinking and what's going on in your brain, then we're one step closer to getting you where you want to go. Agreed? Send me some likes and loves if you agree with that. It's all about raising level of awareness. If you're not aware of something, you can't change it. If you're not aware that your thoughts are mainly negative more than positive, you can't change that. So the whole purpose of this, and for those of you that have not watched me live before, I talk about a personal development mindset topic once a week. The rest of the week is business. I give you free training 5 days a week. 5 days a week, free training here. But one of those days, which is today, we begin our week with something to do with personal development, personal growth, mindset. So that's just me, guys. That's what I do here live on this page. So that's why we're talking about this today. So think of that story with Colonel Sanders. Didn't become a qualified chef until he's 40. Most people think, I can't change career at 40. Yes, you can. You can do anything you want to. I know somebody that went back to uni at 55. And completely changed the course of their life with what they studied and what the area that they moved into. It's never, ever too late. It's never too late to change physically who you are. If you're not happy with how you look and whatever, it's never too late to change your life. It just comes down to a few things. So we need to start with the small things. Okay, so Colonel Sanders, brilliant example, did not franchise his business till he was 62, sold them all at 75 years of age, guys. I bet none of you watching this live are anywhere near that age bracket. So, firstly, it's never too late. But, Elizabeth, totally only understanding this now, it's taken me ages. Yeah, and why? So, let's just explore the reasons for, just staying stuck. And there's, a lot of reasons behind that, but here's just a few. Our past has a huge impact on your current reality and the future because we hang on to the past. Things that have happened in our past, we might have lost loved ones like I have. A lot of people in my family have passed away. So there's a lot of people in my family that are affected by that. Caroline, if you're still on live, you know exactly what I mean. Illness, even abuse, could be financial history of your parents. They never had any money, so buried in your subconscious, you don't think you can. Maybe you got told off at school or sports day or by your parents, or you got compared to a sibling, that you're just not good enough. Why didn't you do better? And that's something unbeknownst to you that's buried in your past that dictates everything you do today. So, there's a lot of reasons why we don't step into our own. There's a lot of reasons why we feel we can't. And a lot of that is related to our past and what's happened in the past and experiences that we've had in our past. And unbeknownst to you, you're just living your life and you just do what you do because of stuff that's buried so deep. Now, I can't resolve that on this Facebook Live, but I do want to give you a few tips to just start thinking about this a little bit differently to give you half a chance to change your life now and moving forward, okay? So you've probably got buried beliefs that you're not good enough, that you'll never have XYZ, that you'll never be beautiful and thin and whatever because you haven't been able to control it for the last 10, 15, 20 years. So what hope have you got? You might have low self-esteem because of various issues that have happened in your past. They are stuck with you. They are buried deep. The influences in your life, your friends, your family, who was it that brought you up? That has a big impact in our life moving forward. Who were the influences, and were they positive influences or negative influences? Leslie, staying in the past and worrying about the future prevents you from being in the present. Well said, Leslie. Love that. So you have to start somewhere with all of this. Like, we're not going to resolve this on this Facebook Live, but I want to give you 3 things that if you can repeat this to yourself every day, it's a starting point. Because we all need some kind of starting point, because that's the hard part. Once you get a little bit of momentum and you see some different results, then you go on your way. But how the hell do you start? Are you with me? That's often the hardest part. So the only way we can really start to change is 1, raise your level of awareness, that it is totally up to you. Understanding that your past has a huge impact on who you are now. Huge impact on your self-belief of yourself, your self-worth, whether you can, whether you can't. There's all sorts of stuff buried, within you. So how do we move past that? You need to remind yourself of 3 things every single day. Write these down, put them on a sticky note, put them in a reminder in your iPhone, and get that reminder to go off every day. This is your starting point. Number 1, you must let go of your past. You must let go of your past. Is it part of who you are? Yes. Does it define you? No. So you might think it does. It might be largely a huge part of who you are now. But does that serve you moving forward? Does hanging on to beliefs that you're not good enough, or no one ever said I love you, or you've got all these barriers up and walls up because you weren't emotional as a child, so you just got all this walls up to life, to love, to experiences, to opportunities. You can't possibly go there. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So please try. It's not going to happen overnight, but you have to remind yourself you have to let go of the past, because it only holds you back if it doesn't serve you in a positive way. If your past was awesome, then, obviously take this in context, but you must let go of your past. Okay. Number 2 thing you have to remind yourself all the time, you are actually in control. People don't actually live that out. They believe their circumstances are what is happening that leads them, because such and such is happening, I can't. Because they do that, I can't. No one externally or no external environment controls you. You let it control you. If people hurt you, you let them hurt you. If people piss you off, you let them piss you off. Do you get my concept here? Send me some likes and loves if you're following me here. You are actually in control, and the faster that you can remind yourself of that, the quicker you'll be able to change your thinking when your thinking doesn't serve you. So the whole purpose of this kind of discussion is negative thoughts are always going to creep in. You're human, I'm human. I'm always going to have negative thoughts that creep in. So it's just going to happen. Am I going to worry about certain things? Yes. Am I going to overthink certain things, or what somebody said, or what somebody did or didn't do? Yes. But if I can catch my thoughts and go, hang on, I'm in control here. I'm letting this worry me when I really don't have to, if I just have a conversation with the person. Or I be the bigger person and say, I'm feeling really uncomfortable about this. Can we talk about it? You are in control. The faster that you can let that sink in, the better off your life will be moving forward. Because most people think, I can't because, or this is happening to me, so whatever. It's all the excuses under the sun. You are in control. You've got to remind yourself of that. Otherwise, life takes over. Life controls you. You are not controlling life. So it's time for you to control life, not let life control you. Most people live life controlling them. Okay, we need to flip that. So the second thing you're going to remind yourself is that you are in control. Karen, this is so good, Helen. Thank you. Thank you for your feedback, Karen. I really appreciate that. Rob, don't give people permission to make you feel bad. Yeah, it's easier said than done. When somebody says something to you or acts in a certain way, and natural instinct is to be defensive or be hurt or be pissed off, whatever it is. But we actually allow those emotions. Now, you're going to have triggers that you can't control. So if you have a trigger, like somebody says something and you you reacted to that instantly. Allow that. You can't help that. Let emotions come up. Let yourself feel sad. Let yourself feel angry, you know, whatever needs to come up. But after a few minutes, you're in control. So remind yourself of that. I'm in control of keeping feeling like this, or I can actually flip this around and look at it a different way. So you're going to have natural emotions that are not necessarily positive all the time. That's cool. It happens. You're human. Let it come up. It has to come up. But over a period of time, you know, after about 15 minutes of you going through the physical emotion of something come up that's annoyed you, upset you, or whatever it is, it's a choice, guys. You choose to stay angry. You choose to stay upset. You choose to keep yourself wound up in your own head for days, weeks, months, and years. So remind yourself you are in control to turn around those thoughts. Okay? The last thing I want you to remind yourself of is you are worth it. Self-respect, guys. This is something that I'm learning for myself. You know, I'm very driven. Always have been. But being driven to do things for other people or my business, I bury myself in my work, I admit that. Why? To avoid certain things, you know, which are going on in my life. That's been my pattern. Not so much anymore, but there are things that I've had to realize. You know, you are actually worth this. When you value yourself, respect yourself, it will push you to do things that are positive and stop you from doing things that are self-sabotaging. So I know my triggers, just a little insight to me, when I have a huge lack of sleep, which I can tend to do. Yes, Karen, you are worth it. Put it down there, guys. I am worth it. Well done, Karen. When I get tired, which I often do because I go to bed too late, I do a lot of calls. You know, this week, I really have not planned my week well. I'm doing a training at 2:30 in the morning, my time, for a community, mainly in America, but around the world. I'm walking a 30K marathon on Friday. What the hell was I thinking? If there's one week that I need big rest, lots of sleep, is this week when I'm going to walk a 30K walk. Do I ever walk a 30K walk? Never. Are my feet going to be blistered and cactus and what? Am I even going to make it? I don't even know. And yet 2 days before I'm doing that, I've got to get up at like 1:30 in the morning to deliver a training at 2:30 in the morning, and I'll probably get back to bed at 4 or something like that. What was I thinking? I don't always prioritize myself, and that's not a lot of self-respect for me. That's like, oh, I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and you know, somebody asked me to go on this walk. Yep, love to do the walk, which I do. Like, I'm going to enjoy it if I get through it. Wish me luck, guys. I'm going to go live on Friday, hopefully, from the walk, because I'll be walking at the time that I normally go live. So I'm hoping to share it with you. We'll only be an hour in by the time we're walking, but I'm hoping to share that with you when I go live. So I'm almost finished, guys. This has gone way too long. But you know, you've got to have self-respect. You are worth it. When you are worth it, you don't overeat. When you are worth it, you don't do things that don't serve you. When you are worth it, you will exercise when you don't feel like it, because you know that you'll feel better at the end of it. When you have self-respect and realize you are worth it, you will stop doing things that don't serve you, and you will start doing things that actually shows a level of respect for yourself. And that includes emotions as well. So if you're suffering internally with something, you know, and you're not really voicing what you're feeling, and you just got all this all sort of mental chitter-chatter sort of going on, that doesn't serve you. So you've got to know that you are worth it to get that out in the open, to have a conversation with somebody that maybe you should, to get it off your chest. How much better does it feel when you've got an issue with someone or something, and you take the initiative to talk about it, and it's like, oh, why didn't I do that 6 months ago? You've got an issue with a family member, you haven't talked for years, and you hold on to all this angst, and it just gets worse and build up, and it doesn't serve you. So find a way to let it go. You are worth more than that. What internally that does to you, health-wise, mentally, it just doesn't serve you. You are worth more than that. So to repeat, oh, thanks, Leslie. I don't know if I'll do amazing. I just want to finish I just want to cross the finish line. That's all. I'm taking 2 pairs of sneakers. I'm taking about 3 pairs of socks, energy drinks and stuff that I wouldn't normally take, just to hopefully get through it. So, yeah. And when I go live on Saturday, probably not my Saturday, could be your Friday night, depending where you are in the world, I'll let you know how I went. Okay, so the 3 things that you are going to start to remind yourself, you're writing this on a sticky note, you're putting it in your phone, you're setting a reminder. I must let go of my past. My past does not serve me. It does not dictate what's going to happen in my future. I'm going to let stuff go. It does not serve you to hang on to stuff from the past. And if you know you need to resolve stuff, then make the moves to resolve it so you can move on for the rest of your life. Because you know why? If you don't do this now, like it's the heading, take control now. If you don't control it now, it's going to be there in a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. It's always going to be there until you sort this stuff out. So if you've got stuff that needs sorting out from your past, deal with it and move on so you can free yourself. When you free yourself, you'll have better relationships, make more money. It all just sort of flows on from there. Go, Helen. You've got this walk. We're all cheering you on. Thank you very much, Elizabeth. So wrapping up, I need to finish. I've gone on way too long. So the 3 things. You must let go of your past. You're actually in control. Remember, your brain is wired to protect you from being uncomfortable or feeling fear. So your brain is actually going to stop you doing things that are uncomfortable. Where is success? Success is on the other side of comfort. You are in control of that. So are you going to do things that are uncomfortable? Yes, you are. Your brain is going to try to stop you because that's what it's inherently wired to do, but you're actually in control of your brain. So you need to be the bigger person, as Rob just said, take control and go, I know this feels uncomfortable. I know I'm not feeling particularly confident about, whatever it is, but I'm going to do it anyway. You are in control. No one else, you. And you only let people upset you, hurt you, do all those things. You allow that. Okay, it's not your circumstances, it's you. And the last thing is to remember, you are actually worth having, leading, living a beautiful, happy life. So respect yourself a little bit more. No, tell yourself over and over again, I'm worth it. I am worth it. I am worth the sacrifice. I am worth the energy. I am worth whatever it is that you feel that you need to do. Okay, so those 3 things, write them down, repeat them to yourself over and over again. It's not going to change your life overnight, but if you can start there with having a really high level of awareness of how you are in control, then you've got half a chance to catch those negative thoughts when they come in, turn them around so you can start creating better habits. You'll only ever change when you change your habits. You may have a lot of bad habits right about now. So the trick is to change those bad habits and slowly turn them into better habits. And then it just becomes your new normal. We can't do that overnight. But if you can start by reinforcing a few things in your brain, catching the negative things and turn them into positive things, you've got half a chance to turn your bad habits into new habits. New habits will create a new you and a new future. Are you with me? Amen to that. Give me some palm trees and an amen to that. And if you got some value out of what I've just sort of gone through, please put the word value down below. Let me know if this is, stuff that you can take on board and do something with to hopefully be a better version of yourself. That's what it's all about, and that's why I talk about it. So thank you for staying on with me live, guys. This was, a bit of a lengthy one, but for, really good reason and really important topic. I hope you like my new set, and Henry here is my new buddy. Helen and Henry this time. Let's hope I don't, kill my palm. This is actually a palm. So hopefully we can keep him alive and get on that. Whoa, almost knocked it over. Get on that cruise ship, all of us. I want us all on that cruise ship in time to come, sipping margaritas or whatever your beverage is of choice, even a coffee if that's what it is. So, we can live the life that we were put on this planet to live. Most of our life we spend in turmoil and overthinking things and, leaning towards the negative instead of the positive. So let's try and change all that. Won't happen overnight, but we can make small changes like I've just talked about. So thanks again. Thank you for all your comments that you got value out of that. Join me tomorrow. I've got some new stuff coming, more new stuff coming, guys. And you want to hear about what this is, especially for those of you that are in a home-based business wanting to build and leverage social media. You want to join me tomorrow. So I've got a bit of an announcement. So I hope to see you all this time tomorrow. Remember, set your notifications on for my page, See First. So you know when I'm going live that I just pop up. I'm giving you training 5 days a week, guys. So you don't want to miss it. So thanks for staying on. Thanks, Elizabeth. Thanks, Karen. Awesome to see you all. Hope you love the new set and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.